Alright guys, it's Friday. Today's workout is for time. You have 15 minutes to complete a 30-20-10 of push presses, pull-ups, and overhead squats. The intent of this workout, guys, is to work on building upper body endurance. So with this workout, try to push a little bit past your limits as long as you're keeping the good form. Try to do bigger sets if you can. So for example, if you're used to doing sets of 10 with push presses or overhead squats or pull-ups, try to see if you can go into sets of 12 or sets of 15. Start breaking that habit and try to increase your tolerance and build more conditioning in your upper body there. The weight is nice and light, and it should be a light weight for you that you can do the 30s in about 2 to 3 sets, the 20s maybe in 2 sets, and then the 10s ideally if you can in 1 set, depending on how tired your upper body is and what kind of progressions you use there. So going with the movements down, the push presses, guys, again, this should be probably very similar with the pull-ups in terms of difficulty and skill. So you should be able to rep these out. Again, pick up that bar, or get on that pull-up bar and get yourself moving. The overhead squats, now this is going to depend on what your experience, your skill level is with this movement. Again, this is more complex. You want to have good overhead positioning, making sure everything is nice and engaged all the way from the top to the bottom. So if you find a lot of like your shoulder, there's a lot of internal rotation, you're not able to keep the bar locked out, or your squatting mechanics are off when you do that overhead squat, start thinking about progressions that you can use. So good progressions are going for overhead lunges, so holding the bar in the overhead position and just doing lunges. You're still working on that leg strength while holding that bar overhead, and it's a good build up towards overhead squats. For also the overhead squats, there's a good way to work on front squats too. That's going to help you work on the interior, your core, keeping yourself nice and upright, which is a very similar position to that overhead position with the bar. So that's another option you can use. Another thing to keep in mind is that don't be afraid that if you can't go all the way below parallel, you can also work to parallel, work to a ball if you're keeping that good position. So if your elbows are locked out, squeezing the scap, staying nice and tight, squatting mechanics are there, and you can keep that to the ball, to work on the ball today, to like your depth all the way down to the ball for the workout today. Other than that, feel free to, again, talk to your coach, see where you're at with the movement to progress. In terms of the workout, again, guys, you have 15 minutes, and with the movements, you want to keep that good, like nice high intensity to be able to finish within or underneath that 15-minute mark. And if you wanted to break it down, I would say maybe about 6 to 7 minutes to finish the round of 30, maybe 4 to 5 minutes for the 20, and then for the 10s, maybe about 3 to 4 minutes or less than that to finish the 10s there. Very doable workout there, and again, it's going to depend on the progressions that you use today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this workout, and we'll see you today in class.